How are you getting on, folks? Look at Fairy House, or not Fairy House, Punchestown didn't necessarily go our way today. It was just sort of hit and miss. Obviously, as you can probably hear, the rain has fallen, and it doesn't look like it's going to. It doesn't look like it's going to stop either. So it's just the way it is. Like, the horses are beginning to get stuck in heavy ground, and it's just not necessarily ideal, but it's just not coming into our favour either at the same time. Clonmel tomorrow definitely looks to be a very interesting card. There's some very, very nice horses running here tomorrow. Not necessarily the greatest of value on offer. There are very sharp price favourites here, and look at they look like they're the real deal really at the end of the day. I can't really say too much about it really, because anything can happen in horse racing, as you all know, but it looks fairly straightforward for most of them anyway. Hopefully, look at the likes of Clonmel. I'd be fairly confident to say that I boast a fairly healthy strike rate around Clonmel. Like, it's one of my luckier tracks. I know, look at I says Punchestown was one of my luckier tracks there as well, but it just wasn't too lucky today. But look at, hopefully Clonmel now tomorrow will be very, very fruitful for us and very profitable as well. First race off, the 105, I'm going to be putting this as the first leg of my treble going into tomorrow. It's one of the only times I'll ever do a treble, but I have one now for tomorrow, and it definitely looks to be a very interesting one. Magic Days at 4 to 7, in or around whatever, like if you can shop around, get a better price. But realistically here, coming from Henry de Bromhead's yard, it is the more likelier winner. It's the standout performer, and it is the standout form choice of the whole field here. I can't really see anything in here that's going to beat it. I think it's fairly written in the wall, basically. It looks like it's going to run away with this victory anyway in a fairly cosy manner. It stands out miles clear on form, and everything else like that is just is going to falter in behind, hopefully. I think 4 to 7, look at it, it's a very sharp price, and it wouldn't be one to necessarily go head over heels in a single bet. But it's a nice little booster there for, I don't know, like a double or a treble. Like, if you want to join my treble tomorrow, fire away, that's the main thing. But I certainly think it's got a great chance anyway to kick things off tomorrow. 135 then is going to be the second leg, and my nap of the day, Capodanno at 5 to 4 for Willie Mullins, and Mark Walsh I think is on board now tomorrow. Currently priced in around 5 to 4. Look at, it's hard to know what to make of this Capodanno. We were talking to Steph Searle from Willie Mullins' yard there for the Irish Racing Hour, the very first episode that went up in our podcast. She was very sweet in this Capodanno, and she says that he is definitely one to be following into the season coming, basically. Now, look at it, hasn't, the horse hasn't, I suppose, lit the fire that Steph was setting anyway, if that makes any sense. Like, he was coming home fairly strongly, but he managed to just get himself beaten every single time. I just think that there's another opportunity in him, and if there's going to be ever a day that he's going to win in Ireland, I think he's definitely going to win here, and it looks like he is definitely well set up for a nice comfortable victory here. And the fact that Mark Walsh, obviously, look at Mark had the runaway winner there with Pure Genius there in Fairy House there, or Punchestown today. So look at, that's definitely a good sign anyway. The fact that Mark is starting to get back among the winners in closure anyway is the main thing. 205 then, my next best of the day. Quarry Lil coming in here around 3 to 1 is definitely great value in my personal opinion. Coming from the Paul O'Flynn yard down in Cork. Look at, it's interesting. Gary Noonan I think is on board. He takes off £7. But it was a very comfortable second last time out. It's one of the only course and distance winner in this field. Obviously that was in, if I'm not mistaken, it was in the start of summer in 2019. Could have been 2019 now, I'm not 100% sure, but I know I was actually there that particular day, and Paul was, well, he certainly seemed to fancy the horse anyway, and look at it, it paid off very well for him that particular day. But look at, I personally thought this Quarry Lil would fancy better ground. Then it comes up and hoses up into second there in Tramore last time out in complete bottomless ground. So we don't really know what ground suits this horse best. I don't think that it's going to be massively hindered by heavy ground. The fact that it stayed on fairly comfortably in Tramore last time out, I certainly would be considering it heavily. And the fact that it's a course and distance winner as well, it certainly lights an awful lot of interest, basically, and I certainly think that he's worthy of the next best of the day at 3-1. 2.35 then. I'm actually going to go for a Mark Walsh double here now, and I'm going to go and Standoff at 11-2. I was particularly interested in, I think Lord Schnitzel is in this race for Matthew Smith, and I think Keith Donoghue's on board, formerly placed in a graded chase, and is going back into maiden company now again, or not maiden company, handicap company again over hurdles. Now, Lord Schnitzel's a better chaser than he is a hurdler, so that's the one thing that's turning me off him. This Standoff was a winner last time out, if I'm not mistaken. It was in Limerick when it won last. I think it was 4 or 5 lengths anyway in front of the horse in second, who I think has ran since and ran a fairly credible race. So, all things considered, the form is sort of franked. Mark Walsh is on board for Philip Fenton. So, look, generally it looks a fairly nice price at 11-2. It might be worth a little bit of an each way squeak there at the price it is now at the moment. But overall, look, I certainly think the Standoff is a great chance now tomorrow. 3.05 then. I am going to, I suppose, take a little bit of a chance here now. I'm going to put it down to maybe he might run again, or maybe she might run again. Boomtown Girl for Dennis Hogan. Dennis actually rides this particular horse now tomorrow, so look, that could be interesting in itself. It pulled up there today in Punchestown, so that's definitely a bad sign for me. I think it's priced in around 12-1 at the minute. It's probably going to drift out even more. Look at the fact that it didn't even complete the course there today. It probably will drift out. So look, expect a bit of a drift. Probably expect it to be a non-runner by tomorrow. But should it be entered in, I think the fact that Dennis Hogan is on board, it could be something. I don't know. Look, the fact that it's a local yard as well. Oh, Jesus, I don't know. I just can't get away from the possibility. And the fact that it was second last time out before today, I think is worthy of an each way chance, and I'm going to pull it down. There's one there that I've been sort of looking at there for the past couple of months, is Ask Mary for the Lawler. I think it's Lawler's train it. It's either a Lawler riding it or a Lawler training it, but it's some connection to Lawler's anyway. But I don't really know. I don't think this rain that's fallen is going to play to his chance, and it's probably not going to play to Boomtown Girl's chance either. But look, I don't know. Look, maybe Ask Mary is a better bet. I don't know. I think just the fact that Dennis Hogan is back in the saddle, the fact that he has sort of taken a backward step from race riding, I just think it's a little bit interesting. 3.35 then is my patron tip of the day, so I'm not going to be covering it obviously. 4.05 then is going to be the last leg of my treble. Temple Bredon at 13-8 certainly looks to be very, very interesting here. It was third last time out in the Hunter Chase, and has since gone on to win a pint-to-pint fairly cosily last time out, if I'm not mistaken. I think I've seen there it was something like 8 to 10 lengths in front of the second, who looks to be a fairly decent sort as well. I think the second ended up winning a couple of pint-to-pints before him. So, look, it's hard to know. On form, it stands out a country mile. On ratings, he probably stands out a bit more of a country mile. So, look, it's all about putting pen to paper. Whether this horse can actually do the business now tomorrow. I think Pa King is on board. Pa is obviously a very strong jockey in the finish, and in Clonmel you certainly need it, like coming up that steep hill. it's just interesting. Look at Sam Curling. If I'm not mistaken, I think Sam is up the north. I could be totally wrong there now, but I'm nearly certain he's up the north. So the fact that they're probably making a fairly long journey with this particular horse tomorrow, it could be something in itself. I don't know. I honestly don't know whether he is from the north or not. I'm nearly certain he is. I think I've seen something somewhere that he's up around Tyrone or Monaghan or somewhere along the lines like that, but I could be totally wrong. But just on overall form, Temple Bredon does definitely stand out a country mile. I'm going to leave it there. That's all I have for Clonmel tomorrow. If you want to, I suppose, sign up to the Patreon, it's €10 a month. Obviously, we had a giveaway there of a share and a horse over in England there this evening. It was a very, very nice prize, and the winner of the prize is very, very happy as well. So look at the fact that we are giving away these monthly prizes, and the fact that we are, I suppose, I wouldn't say, look at, we're not necessarily an overall tip and service. I know we do give out tips, but like we're there for the punter basically, and we're there to try and help the punter make a few bob basically. Now we are over 62 points in profit since starting up on the 1st of December there last year. So look at €10 a month to be added into these giveaways. Like this month, like, is a share in the National Hunt Horse over in England. Like, so, like, for €10 a month, like, you wouldn't necessarily get much better value there for what we do or what we're about. I'll leave a link in the description below anyway for those who want to sign up. As well as that, I want to wish Darren Bunyan the very best of luck anyway on Wednesday. I won't be on anyway tomorrow, simply because it's Dundalk. But as you all can see, 7 Worlds Racing Club, 7 Worlds rides in handicapped sprint in Dundalk now on Wednesday. Hopefully he'll run fairly credibly for his first time now this season, and hopefully it'll set things up for, I suppose, the coming year ahead. Best luck to all that's going to be, I suppose, having a bet tomorrow in Clonmel. If you're going to be signing up to Patreon, thanks very much. Every single tenner is very greatly appreciated. And yeah, for those who are wanting to sign up to 7 Worlds Racing Club, all you have to do, go on to my Facebook page or go on to my Twitter page. There's links there. There's different articles and different things like that. They're all there on my social media anyway, so just tip on there and you'll see them yourself. And if you want to sign up, sure, join the bandwagon. That's the job. Look, thanks very much and best luck tomorrow.